The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms by Hannah, Abby, and Emily. Hi, I'm the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. I was created by Pierre Trudeau and signed by Queen Elizabeth on April 17, 1982. I may seem like an ordinary piece of paper, but really, I'm what makes you a Canadian citizen. Let me tell you a bit about myself. I enforce that Canadians have the right to live as free citizens. The government guarantees that you have this right, but can enact laws that may reduce personal rights and freedoms. So let's say that you wanted to protest about something the Canadian government had done. That would be just fine, but you would have to do it with your face exposed. If your face wasn't exposed, then the government or police force would have the right to arrest you if felt needed. This is the guarantee of rights and freedoms. Okay then, moving on to fundamental freedoms. All Canadian citizens have the freedom of conscience and religious worship. So you may practice any religion you like, including Christianity, Buddhism, or Judaism. You also have the freedom of thought and expression, so you are able to have opinions and beliefs of your choice and state your opinion openly. You have freedom of the press and all other media. And last but not least of the fundamental freedoms, you have the freedom of association and assembly. So you can meet with the people of your choice and are able to do so peacefully. Next are your democratic rights. Canadians can vote in federal and provincial elections for whomever they choose as long as they are over 18. Canadians can also run for elected office. So that means if you're a Canadian citizen and over 18, you could be our next Prime Minister. A new government is to be elected every 5 years. Although an election may be held back if there is a national emergency, like a war. Now let's talk about your mobility rights. Canadians may enter, remain in, or leave Canada as they please, as long as they have a valid Canadian passport. Canadians may also work wherever they like in Canada. Now are your equality rights. Any Canadian cannot be discriminated against their basis of race, religion, national or ethnic origin, color, gender, and mental or physical disability. All Canadians are to be treated as equal before and under the law. Also, every person has the same right of access to the courts and justice system. Okay, then there are the minority language and education rights. All Canadian children are to be educated in either English or French, where a large enough group of students exist. That was the really long one, so now let's talk about your legal rights. All Canadians have the right to life, liberty, and security of their person. The government can deprive citizens of these only with the principles of fundamental justice. Let's talk about your legal rights. All Canadians have the right to life, liberty, and security of their person. The government may deprive citizens of these only with the principles of fundamental justice. You have the right not to be searched in an unreasonable fashion or to be seized of your property. So this means that the police or any other force are not allowed to search you or your home unless you have a very reasonable expectation that they will find evidence of a crime. The police are not able to arrest any person unless they have proof that he or she has committed a crime. Individuals charged with offenses are to be given a fair trial in a timely manner. You may only be held in custody if there is sufficient evidence to justify detention. People do not have to answer any questions that might prove that he or she has committed a certain crime. All individuals are considered innocent until proven guilty. You have the right to be represented by a lawyer and the right to reasonable bail unless the Crown can demonstrate a purposeful reason why they should not be released. And the last of your legal rights is that every Canadian citizen has the right to proper and humane treatment by the police, courts, and government. The official languages of Canada. Canada's two official languages are English, hello, and French bonjour. You may use them both in the federal parliament and its institutions and in communication with the federal government organizations. You may communicate in either French, bonjour, or English, hello, in any of the federal courts. We're getting close to the end of our discussion, so we better move on to enforcement and general provisions. There is only one point to talk about in enforcement, but it is very important. This one very important point is that if any of these rights, your rights and freedoms are denied, you may take the matter to the justice system. So let's say that your freedom of conscience and religious worship were refused by a police officer. You would be able to go to court to discuss the matter of your freedom with whomever is in charge. There are 3 general provisions. Number 1, all First Nations people are to retain their previously established rights. No changes. Number 2, the Charter must enhance Canada's multicultural heritage. And number 3, the Charter applies equally to females and males. That's all for our presentation. Hope you learned a thing or two about the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms.